You just graduated college, you're starting your job, maybe you just got married. Are you really thinking about life insurance? Hey, this is Jeff Rose, Certified Financial Planner. If you're in your 20s, then most likely life insurance isn't a major concern of yours. But if you're recently married and you have a young spouse, you may want to consider purchasing term life insurance. I'll be the first to admit it that I didn't buy any life insurance until I got married. And once I got married, the priorities started setting in. I realized, you know what, I need to get some term life insurance. So the very first policy that I bought was a $250,000 term policy. I wanted to make sure that if something happened to me that my wife was taken care of. And reflecting back, was $250,000 enough? It was probably enough to take care of, we could take care of the house. She would have had some left over to not have to worry about expenses for a little while. But eventually she would have had to go back to work, which may have been fine. But it didn't really have a lot to where if she needed other items to take care of in her life that she would not have been taken care of. So hindsight being 20/20, I probably would have bought a much larger term policy, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $500,000, and it really wouldn't have cost that much more. When you're buying term life insurance in your 20s, it is ridiculously cheap. It's so inexpensive, it doesn't cost a lot of money, so if you have a spouse that you care about and you want to make sure that she's taken care of, make sure you buy enough. As I mentioned, $250,000 of term life insurance is what I felt was enough to take care of me and my spouse. But that quickly changed once I had a child. We had our first son right before I turned 30. So once we had him, I added an additional $500,000 of term coverage. So if you're in your 20s and you have a child, then $250,000 definitely ain't enough. One of the best examples of a 20-year-old couple that I witnessed was a young couple. The husband was 27, the wife was 24. They had no children yet, but they definitely were thinking of that in the near future. I was surprised and excited to see that the husband had a $500,000 term policy on himself and the wife had a $300,000 term policy. Very rarely do I see 20-year-olds buying adequate enough life insurance, but sure enough, they were an exception to that rule. Now, I know if you're in your 20s, you have a lot going on. You got student loan debt, you just graduated college, you're starting your job, you're just figuring your life out. So life insurance most likely is not a priority. But it doesn't take that long to get a quote. You can use our site. Literally takes you less than 3 minutes, and I promise you, you'll see how cheap it is. If you got any more questions, this is Jeff Rose, Certified Financial Planner. Leave a comment below or contact us on the site. We'll see you soon.